Morning, guys. There we go. Look at that. I waved to you guys and the webcam fixed itself. Should be pretty visible, right? Yeah. Let's take a look. What does it look like? Full screen this? Do I have a giant filthy? I don't know if I have a giant filthy right now. I don't have a giant filthy. There we go. Give a nice view of that. There we go. Giant filthy. All right. So, good morning. It's been a couple days. Thanks for the patience. Yesterday night, I spent all night up being nauseous. Not so much being sick, but just being like too nauseous to sleep, which made me a wreck yesterday. I got some sleep last night, so I'm back today. I have a story. You'll never guess what it's about. But, yeah, little story. Maybe we'll start that in a minute. Maybe we'll do a clip of this in a second. But my head is getting better. Yeah, I don't know if it's getting better or not. I think it is, presumably. I mean, presumably over time these things get better. Who knows what permanent personality changes they've been. Maybe I'll love the leper now. Maybe that would be it. Everything else remains exactly the same, but suddenly the leper is Filthy's hero. Who knows? Who knows what it would be? Should I do this? What do you think, mods? Should I explain the story now and then we clip it? Is that the plan? So it's not terribly exciting, but because it's a visual mark on my face for now, it's going to be asked about 100,000 times today. And it's going to drive me nuts answering it throughout the day if we don't address this now. Should we do that now? What do you guys think? Quick story. Quick mark, you don't see anything new. I think you must have had some spots in your eyes, friend. Get those looked at. Make up a new story every time. It gets too tedious. I've done that before too. Yeah, exactly. So exactly. All right. For those of you who don't follow me on Twitter or check the Discord, on what would that have been? Yesterday was Friday, so it would have been Thursday. So on Thursday after the stream, I went for a bike ride. One of the things I do to keep physically in shape, and just had got my bike, just got it back out of the shop. Had a tire issue, and had brought that in, gotten the tire replaced, and got it back out. And it kind of been a little rainy that day. So on the way back from the bike ride, I was crossing one of the bridges in Oshkosh, and managed to slip into the groove of one of these bridges that open. They have these kind of metal grooves where the bridges connect to each other, and managed to slip a tire into part of these, like the kind of metal groove, which kind of funneled me into this really tight thing, which threw me kind of trapped the bike there, and I couldn't stop or get it out of that groove in time, and smashed it into the side of this little cement building, like cement little hut on the bridge for the bridge keeper to sit in, and mostly stopped that with the handlebars of my bike and my face. Pretty solid impact. Smashed my head real hard into that. I have taken out a chunk of my face here, and a chunk it's also hidden in the beard. You can't really see it right now. That's mostly a scrape. This is pretty shallow. Mostly it was a thunk with a little bit of sideways, kind of sideways movement. Seemed to have a bit of a light concussion from it. Like ears ringing, a little blurry from it. The details of the exact accident are a little bit fuzzy. And then I was feeling fine yesterday, or actually feeling fine the day before yesterday. So I was feeling fine Thursday night after that happened. You know, achy skull. Feels like I got punched in the face, basically. Achy skull, etc. But I couldn't sleep Thursday night at all. So I went to bed normally and then woke up like an hour later nauseous and stayed up all night feeling nauseous, basically. So that's why I didn't stream yesterday. I think I'm doing fine right now. I'm not concerned about this. This isn't a serious injury. It's just a mild concussion, essentially. But in the meantime, I got a little badge of honor for the time I attempted to face tank a bridge. So here we go. All right. Didn't even fall off the bike to the hut. No, I was trying. It was one of these things that, I mean, I was going at a fairly decent clip. I don't know, somewhere between 12 and 17 miles per hour, probably. Like, not super fast or anything, but I was on a sidewalk crossing a bridge. And I did kind of do all right there. Like, I had enough time to decide to try to, I could have just thrown the bike on its side, right? But it's a pretty nasty surface, right? Like, it's a repaved it's a recently redone kind of rough surface, and could have thrown the bike on its side probably, but I was trying to regain control. That's what I was trying to do, and it was either right into oncoming traffic or left into the hut, and I didn't really get given a choice, right? Like, it wasn't like I chose wisely and slammed into a hut instead of oncoming traffic. It was the way that by choosing to try to regain control, I didn't have time to throw it on its side. And you know, it's funny because I have injury wounds on my hand, so like the knuckles, and then on the face, right? And they're on opposite sides. So what and my bike handlebars are bent in one direction. What it means is, like, I turn the bike wheel to the right and my head back into the left as I slam into this fucking wall to try to mitigate that impact on my face. You know, none of that conscious, of course, but that's what happened in the moment. Anyways, so it's like, it's injuries on opposite sides of that. Anyways, we're gonna do some Darkest Dungeon PvP today. That's the plan. Hopefully we can get a clip of that. Hopefully it wasn't too long, and hopefully we'll have that explained. Interesting stories. How's the bridge? I did go back yesterday. We went for a walk, my wife and I walked back to take a look at the bridge. I was wondering if I would see like a bloody smear on the side of the bridge hut or something, but it had rained recently and didn't see much of anything. So see the metal below the skin now. Shit, I gotta brush that up. How am I gonna fit in among the humans? We'll never know. Yeah, TLDR, I had a bike crash. But trying to give some details, some context, tell a story, keep you guys involved. Thought I was doing fine yesterday too, but I went for a walk and I was kind of like super fatigued after it, so I don't think I'm 100% quite yet. It's hard to tell because I don't feel like I'm less than that, but yeah, thanks. Glad I'm okay as well. Could have been a lot worse. Could have, as I said, there was oncoming traffic in the opposite direction of the sidewalk I was on that bridge, and I smacked my head into a very solid object and walked away with only a mild concussion, so it definitely could have been worse. My head still hurts. I should get it checked out. I don't think my head still hurts. I have kind of like, you ever been punched in the head? Your jaw hurts for a while afterwards. I've had my jaw broken once being punched, and been punched a couple other times in my life, and each time it's very similar. Like, I have a sore jaw, hurts to smile too much. My wife was making me laugh repeatedly yesterday, which I assume was deliberate attempt to make me feel pain. That's my working hypothesis anyways. So this comp we're using here kind of sucked, if I remember correctly. It was kind of like a middling range comp that a lot of times didn't work. But yeah, I'll be on the lookout for other symptoms, that there's more issues going on than that, but I don't think there are, quite honestly. But we'll try to pay attention. All right, let's build a new comp this morning. I don't normally like to start with a new comp, but I don't like this comp. I haven't been very impressed with its performance, and it was an interesting try, but not that good. Okay. Damn, it's scary. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I've fallen off a bike. And I don't think I can be like, oh my god, the fear will keep me off of bike riding forever. Kind of one of those, you guys must know this. If you ever ride bikes, you know what it's like when you catch a wheel in a groove. Like, oftentimes, like, moving from one surface to another, especially if there's slats in the direction you're moving in, like wooden bridges or something like that. It's always a little, especially if you run real thin tires, right? It's kind of like a little sketch. So, put my training wheels back on. Yeah, if I had 2 extra wheels, I might have been fine. Possibly. What are we bringing? Oh, also update on the apartment stuff. I mean, we're waiting to hear back on Monday for the dates, but we did get confirmation that our apartment is ours, and there's some indication that we might be out of this one sooner rather than later. So we might be moving as soon as in 2 weeks from now, which would be pretty crazy. You ready to learn? So I want to play around with dodge today. I'm just not entirely certain we have enough trinkets quite yet. There's a couple other really sweet dodge trinkets, but some of the ones I'm looking at, I want to play around with the Houndmaster dodge with the 3-round protection. It's so good. And I'm pretty sure we have the Houndmaster trinkets, right? Yeah, we have 3 now. This one is so good, man. The padded arm guard. Will I please do some new apartment tour? It's been considered in the past. Considering it again. I might do something like a sub-goal reward or something like that for something like that. I figure that's... I don't really like doing that kind of thing, but... how do I say this? It's not really something I consider my content. So to do something kind of above and beyond that content like that, I would do it maybe as some sort of like sub-goal thing. I'm considering redoing sub-goals too. It's one of the things Tom and I have talked about for the community. You're running stress and horror comp? I think stress and horror comp is insanely strong. I'm waiting to... I was kind of waiting on the occultist item before I put the occultist in, because I think the occultist dagger item is insanely good, because it basically makes him into as efficient as the bounty hunter when he already has really efficient abilities like horror, right? Speaking of Tom, there he is. Thank you, Tomulus, for the 21 months. Tom, I was a good... did you hear that comment? I don't know if you just tuned in or not. But I am moving to a new apartment very shortly here in about 2 weeks, and there was a suggestion from Chad about an apartment tour, and we were talking about potentially doing some sort of like sub-goal video. That might be a fun one. Can help increase your engagement to the viewers or followers of your channel and other aspects that could be positive. Yeah, yes and no. I like some distance between myself and viewers in some sense. I like to be able to share what I want to share, not more than that. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't know. I don't know what my boundaries are. My boundaries are much less solid, much less tight than they were when I first started streaming. Like, I share a lot more of my life now than I did then, and that's okay. I kind of like that. Mostly it's been all right. You watch the sweet antiquarian grave robber abomination flagellant build. Yeah, dots in this game are pretty strong. My camera is 10% transparent. That's not. It's exactly where it wants to be. Alright, so I want to move a hound. I want to use a hound. Hound's Harry is really busted. Not as busted as fucking Bello, but still pretty busted. My concern is if I do this, I'm going to end up in one of these double guard comps. But this trinket, man. This trinket is 12 dodge straight up on a guy who starts with 15 dodge, who has an ability that gives him another 20 dodge. And this takes 2 of your 4 units and makes them forced... Oh, and adds 15% protection. Let's not forget about that. And it has no downside. And it brings your guard from a 2-turn guard to a 3-turn guard. It's essentially doubling the... I mean, kind of. You spend an action doing it, right? It's between double and 50% more efficient unit from this. So I really want to use this item, and I really want to use this hound. The question is, what do we build around it? If I just want to start there, could be a green screen. Apple, unless it's massively disruptive to the stream, I'm just going to drop it and move on. I'm not the least bit interested in it. If it has a little bit of vertical line showing from time to time through my face, well, I can live with that. I don't think my overall reputation and ability to play Darkest Dungeon on the internet will be that impacted by it. So if it starts doing like real snowy and you can't see me anymore, then we'll fuck with it. But as it is, the software is fairly limited, and most times it hurts more than helps to adjust it at the start of a stream, especially as things like my lights move on. You guys probably saw when I started, I waved my arm. That lets the webcam kind of, for some reason, it gives it some focusing ability, so it focuses better on me and then adjusts the green screen better. It's not very sophisticated. Well, it might be very sophisticated software, but there's not a lot of input that I can do on it. So I gotta pick up. I haven't worn my prison shirts this year yet. My wife is annoyed with me for not wearing them, and I mean to. It's just I'm in a habit of picking up a white t-shirt off the white t-shirt pile and putting it on in the morning. So. Sorry I haven't heard you played a lot of the Air Billions. What are my thoughts? I like the Air Billions. So it's a fun game, but it's not really my type of game. I don't really like the single player games where I repeatedly do the same thing again and 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 again. Those types of games are best played by Arbius, who enjoys that. And I enjoy watching Arbius play the Air Billions from time to time. I think it was fun. I just am probably done with that game. So what do we want to do with the Houndmaster? So Houndmaster does 3 things really, really, really well. Maybe 4 things. Maybe 5 things. Could he do 5 things really well? The self-heal is really efficient. Restoration is very good. The stun is quite good. Hound's Harry is literally broken. And the guard's pretty good. This War of Mine. I played it very briefly. It's not Arvius Shade. That is, Arvius has a different brain when it comes to these things. He enjoys this personal challenge of beating his last personal challenge. And he is willing to play games for dozens of years. I mean, he's still playing XCOM and Civ, and he does that kind of thing. That's a personality trait. No, that's not shade. What else do we want to put in this? So we can try to do more dodge stuff. The Antiquarian is quite good with more dodge stuff. Invigorating and Vapors is a party-wide dodge buff, although it is only 3 turns. And Protect Me creates extra dodge on the guarding unit. The Man-at-Arms synergizes nicely with the shouting strategy. Hound's Harry plus Bellow is very good, and Man-at-Arms runs a one-time all-round dodge buff, which is very powerful. Am I looking forward to the Battle Brothers DLC? It is in fact forward. Yes. And we could, I mean, but once we do this, this is the meta. Hey, welcome to the meta. It's these two. Could build a stress comp here. I personally really enjoy the Bounty Hunter and the Occultist. Arvius does things too quick that the beginner mind can't cope with. Well, he's got 6 years of VODs you could watch of him doing that. If we did this, what are we going to end up doing?
Quitters never win.
Hey, Angamar. Thank you for the 8 months.
Filthy ablative seems good.
Filthy ablative? Yeah. As I was telling someone else this, I don't remember who it was. I think it was on Twitter. You know, I did a really good job of protecting my, you know, normally you fall on a real rough surface and you're worried about things like elbows and knees, and, you know, you lose a lot of flesh that way. And I did a really good job of protecting my elbows and knees by ablating my face. So that turned out well. I commend myself on that. I think we don't want to make this build the Occultist build. I think the Occultist build, I want to wait for that trinket on the Occultist, and I want to run the Occultist and the Bounty Hunter, because I want that to be a mark build, essentially, like a super efficient movement mark build. So I think we want to leave the Occultist out of this particular comp here. Although it's really hard to stay away from. The Occultist is really good right now. So what else could we put in this? I think an Abomination comes into this nicely. This is planning to be a stress comp, and Abomination has a nice movement component. Jester's a maybe here. Probably need a spot healer here. It could be Crusader. That looks relatively solid. Possibly a Flagellant instead of the Crusader. But this gives me spot healing. Self-heal, self-heal. No one ever kills a Man-at-Arms because he's basically unfucking killable. I feel like I played this comp though. Have I played this exact comp before, chat? I feel like I have. I feel like we can do it better with this Houndmaster. Yeah, but I want to save the Occultist for when I build a comp that involves marking. This comp doesn't use marks at all. The Leper worked well for you. Yeah. The move is the only ability in the Leper that's any good. Purge is very good though. This maybe looks good to me. Shieldbreaker, great. Shieldbreaker is excellent. Although the Abomination and the Shield. So Shieldbreaker's not so much a stress nuker. And I don't know, we already have guard cancel on the Abomination here. So I don't necessarily need a Shieldbreaker in this comp. What was the other thing I would look at for this? We have 2 units that do not want to be smashed, and his move resist is only 40. So the best we're getting in that is 70. It is possible to stack double move items, even single move items. 120 over 70 is 50. I don't like the Flagellant 50% of the time being moved to the fucking back, which is pretty rough. He's got 25 base move, but his transform brings it up again, right? And the Crusader doesn't really care if he's moved that much. Do I like the Hellion? I find her personality wonderful, but her loud yops are particularly grating to me in person. That's what you're asking? Hopefully that answers that. What are we doing for... A little bit of horror, a lot of shouting. Some spot healing. Potentially a stunner if we want it. Okay. I think we can work with this. Maybe we start the day with this comp. Try to grind up some levels again. I would like to unlock the rest of the trinkets. Alright. Powerful trinket. Such an annoying trinket. Oh, man. Oh, there's dodge on that. I mean, his base dodge is so bad, though, right? I don't really care about his accuracy. Don't really care about his crit. I do like the debuff skill chance. What else might we run here? His move is not relevant. I'm not sure exactly what we want the Man-at-Arms to be doing here. Probably just a lot of stress damage dealt. But we'll wait and see. Alright, what is the Abomination likely to use? What did you change on my new comp? The people in it. Stressed out, accuracy, horror duration's pretty nice as an Abomination item. Stun and Blight, these are such good items, man. What's the last one? Oh, wow, we actually have a decision here because all three of his personal items are super good. Melee damage, move skill chance, crit. Melee attacks apply bleeds. All of those are quite good for us.
Fresh from the stagecoach.
Stun and Blight. D-saves, thanks for the sub. Alright, we're a stress comp. The horror duration is very good. I think movement is also critical in this comp. We don't have someone else who's capable of moving. What is the other movement trinket? It is a 15, right? It's the net. No, it's a 20. So we do give up 5 move to pick this up. For 10% damage, 3% crit. And fun. That was fun. To come back. Let's do that a couple more times in my life if possible, and then call it quits. Did I hit my head or hit my fucking motherboard here? This build has just had a bit more trouble than my last build, hasn't it? Kind of sucks. What happened? I don't know what happened. Just had a hard lock there. There's some interaction between voice meter, potato, and something.
The campaign can wait. For now, carnage calls.
Alright. So we were dealing with trinkets. We'll deal with trinkets. I think we're going to try that. Seems very good for our comp. Let's take a look at trinkets for the Crusader. I will say the problem with this is there's no plus stress. There is plus stress. There's no plus blight chance. Oh, I like this. I like that there's enough of it. I mean, that's so good for us. That's a decision we're gonna have to come back to. I think I need to leave this trinket off for now, and then make a decision when we come back. I think the horror one is horror and stressed out seems extremely good for this, and then horror duration. That just seems like an incredible trinket. Okay. All right. The Crusader has 4 items now. That's so cool. That means we're gonna get 4 items for everybody. Damage on melee skills, stun daze chance, and virtue chance is fine. Healing skills, stress healing, move resist, stress taken. It's pretty good. Protection, max HP, death blow resist, pretty bad. Damage, accuracy, stress doubt, death blow, dealt chance. I feel fine, June. Yeah, you get to. Appreciate the offer. I think we're moving out of here pretty soon, and I just wrecked my bike. So I'm probably not doing bike rides for at least a week or 2, and I think we're moving. But I don't know which. I actually don't know any all those locations you just put in that. I don't know which city you're referencing. No, I'm happy with the uneven. Tragic booty. All right, so we could do double stun chance here, which is a little bit interesting to me. The Crusader as a stunner is really annoying. What's the other stun item? It's the brass knuckles, right? This makes him hit like a goddamn truck. And what are the men-at-arms items? His items were less exciting at the moment, right? Is anyone else taking advantage of this dodge? Just the Hound, right? Okay. Oh, I see. It's in northern Illinois. Okay. Yeah, so I'm in Wisconsin now, moving to Iowa in about 2 weeks here. I just finished wrecking my bike, too. So, thank you for the offer. But it's unlikely I'll be down that way anytime soon. Virtue chance. Oh, I forgot. There's a whole nother line on this. I mean, yeah. Virtue chance. Good point. Alright. What skills would be likely to be using on him? These are very good. I don't... If I this is not a melee skill either. This is double melee skill damage. I am trying to stress them. Do I run protection instead like this? Spot heal is a must. The stun's a must. And likely Holy Lance is a must. Okay. Oh shit, Iowa. Yeah. Yeah. Is guard duration worth anything on our man-at-arms? Maybe? I want to try the double guard stuff. We're not running an group accuracy buff. For some reason I was thinking this was group accuracy, but it's not. Alright, so let's try men-at-arms buffs. This dude has this, but needs an accuracy. This is accuracy and bleed chance, which is actually pretty damn good for the Hound. And I need to look at how susceptible we are to movement effects. You can Hound's Harry anywhere, right? What is this? Why do I just have a fucking pop-up noise in the background? So I'm so like paranoid now my fucking PC is gonna crash again. Is Iowa bad? Yes. Iowa is in fact an evil man. You thought it was the state, but no. Let's fight now and experiment. Well, we are fighting now and experimenting. I'm just finishing my trinket builds and positional builds. There's a couple of trinkets that I'm not 100% sure on. Iowa's the worst. I don't think it's going to be the worst. Cedar Rapids look nice. There's a shit ton of bike trails there. My wife likes her department that she's moving, that she's going to be teaching with. I think it'll be fine. All right, so we're not... Thing is, I'm not going to do the stunning thing on this. I want to transform. I don't care about the movements. I mean, maybe I just want to run movement and accuracy. I already have accuracy there. Crusader have any accuracy? Doesn't. Is that a problem? Stunning blow base accuracy is 100, which is decent. It's probably okay. Man at Arms running accuracy. Hound running accuracy. That looks pretty good. So the question really is, what do we do with this? We could run another dodge. This has accuracy on in dodge. What a dick move. Yes. Okay. All right. Never mind. Okay. Damage and accuracy versus afflicted. Death blow chance versus afflicted. I kind of want a movement ability on him. I don't need the accuracy though. I think we're gonna start with the shattered padlock, and we're gonna find out if I should be running that instead. I just want to have a movement effect on this team. Okay. How do I feel about this? So what's their movement resists? 25, 25, 25, 25. No one has any movement resists. I don't actually care if the man at arms in 4. I do care with like double knockbacks eventually. I think it's this setup though from here. This looks very meta to me, but makes a lot of sense, right? We want bolster, bellow, defender, and retribution. That's exactly right. This is probably right too. We want the guard dog, the heal. I don't know about Hound's rush. This maybe should be blackjack. Let's try that. Okay. And we'll get into this in just a second, chat. Okay. Maybe shouldn't be protection. Maybe that's overkill. Possibly. Maybe. All right. Is the main damage output going to be blight? No. No, there's no main damage output. It's not a damage comp. Corn country good for whiskey? Maybe. Well, bourbon, I believe, is legally restricted to Kentucky. Cedar Rapids has a decent amount of job opportunities. Well, hopefully I have a job, so hopefully that's not particularly relevant to me. My wife is moving there for a job, so ideally that's not particularly relevant one way or the other, but we'll see. Does choosing the skills in a certain order do anything? Yep. It puts them in a certain order, which means the hotkeys for them are in a certain order. So if I spend a bunch of time thinking, I could, for example, use a hotkey. What's Flippy's job or career other than streamer? Why do I have to have a job or career other than streamer?
The contest begins. The buffoon is flushed.
Yeah, that's correct. Public architecture durability tester. Definitely fucking annoying. He gets to go first. The first thing I want to do is fucking guard that unit so I can do that. That's so fucking irritating. All right. I think we can still transform there.
The reveling throng demands its portion.
Fucking coin toss. Stuns my Crusader. Maybe should have stunned first, not sure. He's doing a good job of being an annoying little prick right now, isn't he? Alright, let's get our dodges up. Presumably guard dog
Act now.
here. That seems like his first weak play so far. I like this other plays. Unbelievable. Maybe it should have been guard there, I'm not sure.
The reveling throne demands its portion.
Okay. Outplayed indeed. Indeed. Outrolled on who goes first. Is there too much RNG in this game? RNG is certainly part of this game.
And now the true test.
That got in death's door, huh?
Fast or expire.
Yeah. Can spot heal him. Is that where I want to be? Does he have any AoE kills? Does not. Okay.
The blood quickens.
Comp win-loss tally going up? Sure. Oh, did my webcam do this thing again? There we go. Thanks, webcam. Immediate guard cancel. Not a stun from the Crusader. I have to figure out where I want to spend my action economy. I don't want him just getting random 29 point fucking crits on my Abomination without having to spend any resources to do that. That's just unlucky. Alright, finally something a bit more interesting. Still don't have an action here. Does it ignore guard? Yeah, bypass guard. Okay.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
I think next time I'd just go first. That would make this whole thing a little bit easier for me. Yeah.
Well.
And maybe guard the A-bomb, I guess, instead of the Crusader. And also, I'll take the coin toss flip, and I'll take your 0% fucking crit chance to not have that too. 7% crit chance off of sniper, so 16%. I'll just take the other portion of that, where you don't roll that high. Left him at 1. That's the first piece of RNG that's gone our way here, which is nice. We're gonna get dotted here, which will be annoying. So if I use the Crusader, we're in trouble. Could guard him, but he bypasses guard, and the other one's AoE, so it doesn't seem super useful. So I think this is a Hound. Harry again. Good thing we got Man-at-Arms bolster up. Possibly. It's dodge. Sooner or later we will roll a dodge.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
So much of this happened because of the coin toss. Yep.
Terrible
Like a huge percentage of it.
emptiness revealed themselves.
How long a mark stays? Three turns. Ooh, gotta dodge. All right, all right, all right. Finally, some fucking shit turning around here. Maybe we can do something here.
Act now.
Mods, could you take care of that question for me in general? Don't care about heals here. Literally does nothing. Do I need to throw out another guard? Possibly on this. It is going to be ignored. I think that's a next turn kind of thing. This is a stun to the Crusader. My Crusader being my healer is kind of annoying. Bounty Hunter base 50% stun resist. We'll set up the riposte. He clearly wanted to set up to shoot this. He's gonna get 2 actions to kill this, which is kind of... I guess I should have activated Crusader first and then Absode. Oh, I have no more Absos, so okay. No, we're good. So we may lose this to the Bounty Hunter next round. Since apparently I'm gonna get stun locked for all of fucking eternity. And we have to catch up with the stress here this way. It's a pretty high percentage.
More blood soaks the soil,
Yeah.
feeding the evil therein. Fight on. The mob rallies to the underdog. Act now.
First time we've been able to roll on a stun. Players played fine. I'm just really annoyed at the fucking RNG on who goes first here. Like it's like the whole fight has been just catch up on that. For that the going first and that crit, it's just been no chance have I had to fucking actually get time to do something again. Kind of brutal.
The reveling throng demands its portion.
Maybe I don't know which the guard is right here, right? So the issue is right now, it's very likely he does a knockback on this and they go for the Crusader kill. But at the same time, right now the Arbalest cannot shoot the Crusader. So it's unclear to me which way they're gonna act here. Just virtued. Fuck you.
A moment of
Lucky
valor
piece of shit.
shines brightest against the backdrop
Okay.
of despair.
Yeah, that's fine. If the Arbalest isn't doing damage, I'm totally okay with that. Our Are Twit's Edge region specific? Presumably. Stress heal. Dodge on the Antiquarian is actually really annoying. Okay. Isn't it better to run Zealous Accusation than the Protest, considering it's a stress comp? Maybe, maybe not. It really depends. If I got my protection buff off here, we would have been in much better shape. The issue is action economy for the Crusader. The Crusader is already overtaxed. He's my spot healer. He's also my stunner. What is he doing?
Frustration and fury, more destructive than 100 cannons.
But I don't know if we made enough progress. Again, going first and getting crit on our A-bomb may have just lost us this fight. See, I think he made a mistake there. I think the play actually was to illuminating flare on the Arbalest before the bounty hunter's turn, clearing the stun, and then knocking the other guy back. I think sniper shots into the dog are ultimately bad for them, because my dog is at 72% dodge. But we'll see. I mean, it's not like they have no accuracy. It's 12 accuracy when going last, plus it's 122 accuracy minus 70. Is that about a 50% chance to hit? Isn't the Hound self-heal strong? Yep. This is what I've been expecting for a while now.
Reeling, gasping, taken over the edge into madness. Mortality clarified in a single strike.
This unit has increased accuracy and increased damage on this last round. I think switching a mark to there is okay. Doesn't help us any. 50-50. Gets it again.
Injury.
Sure guy. Sure guy. Win all your fucking coin tosses. See if I care.
Death is patient. It will wait.
Okay. Dodge.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
I do want to go forward here.
Act now.
Okay. We'll miss. Base accuracy on that is 90. Base dodge is 0. Rational's a pretty good debuff on their damage dealer. I wonder if it should have been a stun on their Crusader. We'll see. My Crusader's guarded, so we do dodge a lot of these stuns. I do need some of their units to start dying, though. It's gotta be worse than just straight stunning the men-at-arms, right?
Fragile.
I mean, he does have plus stun skill, but it's only... So it's a 50-50 on the men-at-arms. So he stunned me on a 50-50 earlier. That's probably why he's not rolling into it repeatedly right now. Maybe should have been a heal, but I don't think so. Double dodge, great. That's now enough to put him at death's door on his turn. Got one more round of guarding. Last round of dodging here, though.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
I need that healer not to be stunned.
Inspiration and improvement.
No, it's pretty close to losing here. I don't think our stress is quite enough. And I can't heal both the men-at-arms and the dog. It'd be a really nice dodge here. Nice. Oh, he's stun resistant. Oh, this was a mistake then. I need to stun the bounty hunter this round because I can't let him get the killing blow on the man-at-arms, which he will get here. So I guess it's a bellow, and we're at the mercy of RNGesus here. Because I have to go here and I have to take the damage.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
If I went the opposite order, the problem is... Oh, a pass there is really bad for us. I don't get my next bellow off. Pass there, okay. So we still get Death Door rolled on here. This is... we can't bowl up from position 4. Actually, we don't. Okay, pass the 50-50 check. Great. Get the men-at-arms off Death's Door. Maybe just a stun there is better than a heal, honestly. Because this guy kills and everything else is a 70% chance to live. So that might have been wrong.
Even the aged oak will fall to the tempest's winds. Exposed to a killing blow.
We're not at 0, but we can be made to go to 0. We have dodge here. We have to trust on that dodge. That's all we're going to get out of that. He's going last. It's got to be a Hound's Harry. Miss is never good there. Sure, it would be nice if this guy wasn't fucking virtuous. Okay. 50-50.
How
Failed
quickly
it.
the tide turns.
Okay. Ooh, nice dodge.
A death denied. For now.
Of course, it's fucking courageous too. Okay. Just put the hound on death's door. Alright. So what's the chance to hit on this? 90. Do we get a dodge? No, we got a check. It's unfortunate. Passed is good for us. Yeah, I gotta get 2 stress attacks off this round or I think we're gonna lose. That not putting him to 0 really sucks. Don't get another dodge buff there, but I think we're in pretty rough shape. Not sure if I'm bothered by Civ 5 questions, but do I recall my favorite version of NQ mod? No, I have no idea what my favorite version of NQ mod is. Stun there's kind of rough. So they can get a kill on the hound potentially. This is a direct result of a 50-50 coin toss at the start of the fight, followed by a fucking sniper 17% crit roll. That's what this is. This is what we're dealing with right now. And I may have missed some chance to find action economy to come back into it, possibly with the stun timing, possibly with the initial bolster. I'm not entirely certain. It's not like I played perfectly, but that's been the bulk of this problem, right? Okay, got the dodge, so I don't die to the bounty hunter now, which is nice. But our stress is pretty critical here too.
You have returned. Throne demands its portion.
Hey, Filthy. Nice to see you in good health
now.
and doing well. Great
Hey,
to
Nukem
see
K.
Darkest Dungeon again, as well as Smile.
Kind of annoyed that was the only trigger there.
The buffoon is flummoxed.
No dodge in the hound, unfortunately. This hound has to go next. Oh, a hound dies to stress here. Rip. Fuck. I think that's over then. Very close. Even through heart attack remains virtuous. Yeah, I didn't expect that either. I thought the virtue would get canceled, but it did not. Alright, I need one of them to yell something that stresses her. Nope. Okay, instead yell something virtuous. All right, I'll add one other thing to the list. I'll add the 30% roll here. The coin toss followed by the 17%er followed by the virtuous is gonna lose me this fight. Yep, so that one prevents a death. Both of these are prevented from having the check from the virtue. Oh! Okay. Good game. There might have been room for plays somewhere else. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sold on the setup that we're running. Like, I'm not entirely sold on the protection buff here over Zealous Accusation. That maybe is okay. I have to get another yell off. 75 here.
Another
Okay.
life wasted in the pursuit of
And that's
glory
that. Good game.
and gold.
I guess I try for a kill to
In the end, we all
for stats, but
die alone.
it's pretty unexciting. Zealous Accusation there might have done it. Certainly better when I don't cast the protection. Okay. Kind of annoyed about that one, honestly. Like, I feel like I just got robbed massively by fucking RNG there.
Muster the metal to return.
Maybe I'm reading too much into that, but that's how it feels at the end of that. Man-at-Arms days on attack. It's interesting. What is this one? I feel like I've got that satchel like 6 times already. Yep. I got insanely lucky in a lot of that fight. Where did I get insanely lucky? The dodges on the Houndmaster with his 72% dodge? I'm not sure I agree with insanely lucky. Alright, we're gonna switch to that. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Alright, let's go again. I don't see other changes to be made. Okay. Maybe the double stun is too greedy here and we need to run one of his items. That perhaps? That perhaps? Let's try this as the healer. Lose a little bit of damage. I'm not actually swinging for damage though, so the damage may be irrelevant. Okay.
The ringmaster demands a
He had
challenger.
3, maybe 4 crucial passes. Your irrational only passed once. You dodged on death's door twice, saving the check. My 72% Houndmaster dodging is not considered a luck roll. That's considered unlucky when it doesn't roll. And a number of his irrationals fucked me, not helped me. Like, he had the virtue roll, he had the guy who stabs a guy at 7 HP or something, stabs himself for 3. He has one where the unit heals. I don't know, man. Courageous was the worst possible virtue we could have picked up because it stress heals the rest of his group. I don't know, man. I think insanely lucky does not describe the sequence of events that happened to me.
The rabble
He's saying
thrills
things
to the
like,
spilling of
I did get a
blood.
couple of lucky passes when his entire team is at 100% stress or more. Yeah, of course they're going to get that. That's what happens in a stress comp. That's one of the benefits of taking the time to stress the opponent. All right, let's go to our coin toss. We'll move past it. Try to get over it. Try not to let the first one be too tilting. We just won a coin toss.
Unsheathe your blades.
Stun the stunner. Just fell to 90. 95? We have base... We have base 100 attack. There's an 85% that he's done that. Okay! Won the coin toss, failed the 85. So insanely frustrating. I didn't say the fight was never lucky. I didn't say the fight was ever lucky in your favor overall, but you've had a few low rolls that helped you almost swing it back. Yes, but you described it as I got insanely lucky, which I extremely disagree with. Alright, what do I get for guarding? 30% protection while guarding. So you have the ignore guard. He does have bypass guard, but I don't really care. Anyone else have anything that's going to bypass protection? No. %30 protection basically as not any better necessarily than minus 20% enemy damage. So we'll start with that. Curious what he does here. He doesn't get damage versus the man-at-arms. Oh yes he does. He's got he runs collect bounty. Oh, but collect bounty is only first two. Okay. I think I want bolster dodge against Crusader. He just pulled this out of position where he can't shoot the man-at-arms anymore. Okay. He can't collect bounty from, though he can from 3. This is kind of annoying. The knockback's been pretty bad. Okay, so we have a 50-50 chance to dodge that just outright. And then a 83% chance to not be crit there. So that's exciting. Start off well.
Reveling throne demands its portion.
Where are we going with this? Like to stun their fucking Crusader, but I can't really do that anymore. So let's transform here.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
And I'm okay with the knockback on that. I know he can come forward again, but it's still fine. Yeah. I think a coin toss is a good mechanic. You have to, someone has to go first. So I don't know. I don't want to second guess the mechanics because I don't have better solutions and I haven't spent the time thinking about it, and I don't want to spend the time thinking about it. I don't care about that ability you just did there. I think we're gonna bellow again. This is Bola. Okay. Good dodge. Us again, huh? He can hit us, but only a little bit in the back. I think this is going to be a Hound's Harry. Double crit's nice. Speed stats. I don't know. They didn't build it that way for whatever reason. What is our buff when we crit? Bleed skill? Okay. Sure. Spend 2 actions moving me back, then moving me forward again. I'm totally okay with that. Accusation value there. Like to get my group buffs off. Sure, don't care about healing. This player doesn't seem as good as the last player in terms of what he's choosing to do.
Act now.
Want to get the other horror up as soon as we can. did forget about the days. I'm not sure it matters, but... I like a stun there. I also like stressing them both out. Don't really want to use my healer. I think that makes this unit a bellow. Okay, we'll get a 30% roll again. We'll get virtuous versus my stress comp. Amazing. Wow. Yeah. Agreed, chat. Agreed. What is it? A damage buff? 15% damage for 4 rounds. Brutal. To the man-at-arms. Live with that.
A decisive pummeling.
Thank you for the 500 bits. Glad you're enjoying it, man. Feels good that man-at-arms users get punished. Okay. You mean it? I don't even do that. That's just like a straight up troll comment, right? That's designed to get under my skin. Okay. Remember, trolling in my channel is permitted, as long as it's interesting. If it's boring, not allowed. Alright, this is probably Man-at-Arms again. This is probably both Fellow again. Let's take a look.
Fear and frailty.
Two.
Finally claim
Good.
Reeling, gasping, taken over the edge into madness.
Mark bypasses guard. He has to get 2 damage dealt to that to get it to Death's Door. Again, that mark doesn't seem very good from my perspective.
Act now.
Could Hound's Harry here, could guard. Guard the Men-at-Arms doesn't help. I think this is a Hound's Harry this round.
The ground quakes.
So 3 of his 4 afflicted and the 4th virtuous, annoyingly. Sure.
Ears, blurred vision.
We did put the healing trinket on, I believe. 8 probably keeps him out of Abyssal Artillery range. Abyssal Artillery does good damage, though. Interesting to see the Men-at-Arms as a kill target, so rarely happens. Stuns the healer for next round, sure.
To a killing blow.
Alright, transform.
The horror.
Go for a slam. Just want the horror stack. So we need the artillery to roll under an 8. Roll to 3. Great. Okay.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
Huh. Not actually sure where I want to go here.
teetering on the brink.
It's a nice hit though.
Facing the abyss.
Alright, this really reduces the Arbalest's ability to get back on top of the Man-at-Arms. The Man-at-Arms is targetable by 3 attacks. The pull, the lunge, and this. I can now just guard him. They're all single target attacks. And the only one who ignores guard on kill is this unit, which can't get to him. So it could just be an easy guard here. Although I don't get to roll on kills here. And a Hound's Harry would have been fucking sick this round. Okay, 28-point heal. So he just high rolled that? I think that's the top of his range, 28. It's actually above that, it was a crit heal. Okay. I don't know if that should have been a retribution. A retribution there would have been okay. Maybe here. Lucky with that. Lose our turn here from the stun. Okay. This is Ebola, presumably. Got a lot of stress stacked on them. Pretty okay with the stun there. No stun resist, she's at 25 stun resist. Why so bad? I guess fearful. Have to either stun her or heal him. I think I'm gonna go for the stun. I don't think they have any other way to get past this guard right now besides the guard ignore off of this thing. Second damage proc on their team. Got through the Hound there. So let's see, Hound needs to heal now. Okay.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Jesus, these rolls, sure. 0 to 24, no problem. Alright, he can't heal this again this round though. So let's go ahead and rake.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
199, there it goes. There's the 200. Okay. Doesn't Mark reduce dodge? Death blow resist, okay. I can death door check this with the retribution. Is it better than just another bellow? I doubt it. 199, okay, okay. Hopefully they'll say something afflicted here. There we go. Oh, just to yourself though. That's too bad. So Hound's Harry will do stress damage and check this, which kills that, long as it doesn't dodge. Not a very high chance to hit though with Hound's Harry. I like the dodge there. Good Zealous Accusation might be better here. Or just... let's try Zealous Accusation. Okay. Horror kills him. Oh yeah, Horror kills him. No, that's a mistake then. That's just a mistake on my part. Okay, good call.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Sniper ignores that shot, sure. But I'm pretty sure we kill him here. We're out of range of any of his finisher abilities, so we're gonna take the Hound's Harry here for a double kill here potentially.
As
Great.
the fiend falls, a faint hope
That's
blossoms.
actually annoyingly a 75 roll on both of them, except they both die from
As life
heart attack if it hits at all. So it's kind of
terrible
weird to get the luck
vistas of
there, but the luck's
emptiness
totally
reveal
useless.
themselves.
The maniacal tyranny
He died of
swells.
horror, and it's not quite there
Victory
yet.
is at hand.
What can I do from this position? Yeah, this guy played a lot worse than the other guy, in my opinion. Dodge.
Singular strike.
Okay. Clutch dodge. Clutch something. Alright, random dodge.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Consider them all destroyed. So, some questions here. Do we care about the damage debuff on the Man-at-Arms? We do a little bit, but do we care enough that we want to run an item that impacts that? I'm not sure. I like the accuracy on him, but I kind of want protection on him. It's a very... I don't like how little disruption we do to the other comps, right? And the actions seem really precious. Spending turns buffing seems a little scary. So this thing I'm not sure about. Like, Bellow can't crit. It does have an accuracy. Accuracy is 100 base. Should this, for example, be something like this? If I don't care about the debuff percentage. I don't know if this was any good either. I'm not using stress relief skills. I do care a little bit about his stress, but what else could it have been? Could have been that. We did get fucked once on accuracy last round. Let's try. Let's just rotate through. Okay.
The ringmaster demands a challenger.
Crimson hooks are strong since the enemy is always bleeding. I didn't even think about that. Thank you, Pelisar. I'll have to look at what that item does again. I don't remember. I'll do it after this fight. Remind me after this fight. Anything ever really destroyed? No. Why is he not surrendering? Who knows? So I got a concussion on Twitter. How did that happen? Am I feeling okay? I think there's a clip to that this morning where I go through that. If there's not a clip, my mods are... I would like one of my mods to clip that from this morning. The short of it is I fell off a bike and hit my head quite hard on a cement wall. What's the best non-stress comp? I have no idea.
To the spilling of blood.
Not even remotely close to it. Hope it heals well. I mean, this is just a scratch. It's not that big a deal.
It's a fickle thing.
But, yes. Little mini concussion was not fun. Or hasn't been fun. Okay, we just lost the coin toss for going first. This is a Jester comp, so they're looking to kill. What's the Jester have for items? Damage. No stun. It's front two ranks. Huh. Is he stun resistant?
Act now.
No.
A decisive.
Dude, I thought you didn't get to counterattack if you got stunned. Did he resist the stun? Seriously? Apparently I just don't remember how riposte works. I did not actually wish to take more damage on my Crusader here. It's an interesting dodge. I want to get the bleed on them with the Hound's Harry. Is that triple resist on the Bellow? It's interesting. I was doing a lot of work this round.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
It's Guard Dog, the Jester attack. Does it have plus accuracy? It doesn't. Jester's now in position 3, so can't kill this round. I have a round to determine what I want to do about that. I think I want to get the Harry in while the riposte is down. Just gonna attack into riposte again.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
I think we're going to yell. Am I okay? I am. What mods do I have active in channel right now? Anyone besides QED? That's all he is. Can I get a clip of the...
And now
okay.
the true test.
So we're probably gonna need to heal there, which is fine.
Or expire.
Could spot heal him, but I'm probably gonna stun the Jester is the plan for this round. Let's just see if that hits first, I guess. Is it 4 riposts? Yeah, I think it was. Guys, at the beginning of the stream, I made a walk through what happened with the bike accident. Could you guys clip that, please, so we can get that as part of the comments? So this question is going to get asked a lot over the next couple of days because this is really visible. Point blank on the dog. Hits, unfortunately. Really would like to get... to get this guy killed, A, but B, I would like to get... possibly another riposte up. They're gonna focus this. This thing wants the AoE though. Okay. Not sure that was better than Bellow.
Well, it would appear that buffoons...
Guy loves attacking into post. Loves it. It's his favorite thing to do. And so many extra actions out of it.
The reveling throne demands its portion.
We go to 0 on this.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
So this will go off next round. My units are all low enough. One of them's gonna die.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
I think we're gonna get a horror off before dying. Could knock the Jester way the fuck back too.
Festering
That might be
fear
good enough.
consumes the mind.
Wonder if I should have done that after. Would these dots have put the Jester to 0, I wonder?
The resolve is
It's a
broken.
concede. Okay.
You have won. A cacophony of bloodthirsty delight. Praise well earned.
Why did he concede? Because he couldn't finale next round, and apparently that was all he wanted to do with his life. But I think I should have done the other way around. I didn't look to see the exact number of health, and I probably could have spot healed the guy to increase my accuracy and damage. Let the dot tick on the Jester to bring him to 0 if it was a big enough dot, and then Death Door checked him with the slam, which would have been better all around. Got another item apparently. What did we just pick up? Grave Robber. It's interesting. I would love to see the Grave Robber as a stress dealer.
The ringmaster demands a challenge.
Was it really over? I don't think it was really over either, but I mean, he spent a lot of time attacking into riposte repeatedly. So I mean, maybe he was just like, ah, the riposte. Maybe. Maybe. Remember a story about someone stealing a bike? Yeah. How about those new comps? Well, I've been playing this comp for an hour and a half after I built it from scratch this morning. So, how about them? Play with it a little bit till we get bored with it. Getting to use the Hound's dodge. It's 72% dodge is pretty fun.
Is a fickle thing.
I was just thinking I want the clip you were talking for ages.
The contest begins.
I would like it the duration of of what happened, Sully, so people can go watch that if they're interested.
Knowing uncertainty.
He won the coin toss. Is this time to put the abomination in the back rank? Oh, it's a dodge! Disaster. The play-by-play? Yeah, the play-by-play would be good. Just want to describe what happened. And then I don't know if I talk about the concussion stuff there. Just would be nice to have that as something. They're kind of annoying. It's got a mark here.
Mortality clarified.
Didn't
in a
use the mark,
single
though.
strike.
Can he rage from position 3? He can. No, he hits up to 3. Oh, I didn't realize it hits up to 3. Well, fuck that then. I just read that wrong?
The horror.
I did. From 3 up to 2, okay. Okay, I want to smash this guy back to position 4 in next round if possible. Got the horror transform, which is good. We're in a position where this guy's bash doesn't cancel my abomination anymore. This turn. What is he pussyfooting around here? He wants to roll a crit on somebody?
Act now.
This is a kill comp, so debuffing the Arbalest has some value. Was he just waiting for me to bellow to cancel the debuff? I'm not understanding the play for for why to hang on with this.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
It didn't push the A-bomb. A-bomb does have move resist right now. It's fine. Okay. So I guess if he Crusaders first here, it's a little bit annoying. Okay, he's going for this. This can only knock my Abomination 2. I don't care if my Abomination gets knocked 2. Raked damage. Okay. So we do put ourselves in stun position here for the Crusader doing that. Bounty Hunter in 4 is pretty bad for him. I guess he can mark from 4. Maybe it's not bad for him. Maybe he wants his Bounty Hunter in 4 with this. That's a damage again. AoE damage. More debuff. He tries pro wrestling. Nice. Versus at the 3. Missed that he could even do that. This is a good play from him. It's a lot of frontline AoE. Actually should have been a guard first, I think. I don't know, maybe the guard's no good. This unit can't AoE anymore, but everything else can. But only frontline AoE?
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
I wonder if that guard should have been earlier in the rounds. What's my debuff? Stress taking. Okay. So because the bounty hunter is already caltropped, he has no direct way to do killing blow checks on our dude here. That does push him to the end of the turn order, right? No. No days in that, I guess. Happy to untransform here. Although it is now doing damage here. Maybe that's the point. Let's do another bellow here. The damage debuff to the team. If he's going to AoE me with weak abilities, having stacked debuffs seems pretty good for us. Stacked damage debuffs. The Abomination could have hit my Abomination, hit his death's door, and given a free kill to the bounty hunter. No, it couldn't have. He's a guard. So he did just clear the debuffs. It's annoying. I think we're healing here. No, come on. The extra stress. What was the stress tick from? Slam breaks guard.
Self-preservation is paramount at
Yeah, it
any
does.
cost.
Now.
Was I dazed? They could have acted in between. I don't know. I don't remember the sequence exactly then. But you're right. Slam does break guard. That's been a pretty common expression in derogative pronoun. People are really concerned about something that blocks.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
So he can't cancel the guard now until the end of his turn. So presumably they're going to try to kill the men-at-arms here.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
There aren't enough actions to protect it without a guard.
Act now.
I think it means it dies at the beginning of next round, though. I think. Need to get that second horror transform off.
Injury and despondence set the stage
Ooh,
for
I didn't even think
heroism.
about illuminating. He
Or
could remove his
cowardice.
own days. Choose not to. Okay. I don't think the heal matters there at all. Fuse the heal is super bad fucking news.
The ground
My crit and
quakes.
response though, it's nice.
The mind
Yeah, it was a very good
cannot
crit.
hope to withstand such an assault. Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
No finishers here that I'm aware of. Marked himself. That's actually kind of bad news since she can shoot through guard on marked target. Oh, she doesn't have the ability. Never mind. Okay. So he gets a chance. It's a 75% chance to fail here to kill my unit, but it is a chance to do it.
More blood soaks the soil,
All right.
feeding the evil therein.
Okay, sure. Seems reasonable. Start with that.
Act now.
Second dodge. He's at 10% dodge. We are at death's door, so we do have minus accuracy, but that's two 80% in a row, followed by his fucking 75%er. That'd be nice if that didn't quite happen like that. Alright, off death's door. Probably lose here. Maybe I should have hound rolled on it. I don't know, man.
The reveling throng demands its portion.
He can cancel guard with his A-bomb, right? That still can happen at any point. Should have hound harried for afflictions too. No, it doesn't make any fucking difference backseating, dude.
Sublimity of the intelligence.
Still a 75% chance to not die since he's on death's door, right? So I took the unit that may die, used their action first. Took a unit that's going to be pretty low value here. I don't know. Maybe the Hound's Hair is better, but maybe not. I don't know that it was any better. Yeah. All right, we lose the unit here though. We don't get an action here. He gets to dodge break it with rage. Can't hit the Man-at-Arms, but he can hit the Hound. Stun, I guess.
Well, it would
Didn't get the
appear
second
that the
transform
fool
off
is
either there.
flummoxed.
Sucks a lot.
Well, it would appear the buffoon is flummoxed.
So frustrating. Sure. I don't know if I bellowed enough this round. Missing the occultist here feels worse than the
The bulwarks of the mind have fallen.
Still has his guard cancel up. I don't
The
think he's
reveling
close to dying
throne
from
demands its
stress.
portion.
Can try to stun his guy who actually gets death blows. Resisted out of 35%. Okay. Sure. Sure.
More dust, more ashes, more disappointment.
Yes, more disappointment describes that series of events.
Fight on. The mob rallies to the underdog.
Don't think we can win from here. I believe it was a 65%. The bounty hunter was 35% stun resist when we hovered over him, and 100 minus 35 is in fact 65, not 55. Oh, you meant the finisher? No, the finisher is much higher than that, right? He's got double finishing items on a bounty hunter ability. It's 50 plus. Oh, he doesn't have double finisher. He's still got 75% chance to kill. That's 100, and I only have 75 death blow resist. So I think that's just 100% chance to kill me, right? So we had to stop the bounty hunter from acting, and that did not occur. I wanted to do that. That's fine. Okay. We died here, 100%. We basically need like 2 more rounds here, which we're not gonna get.
The buffoon is flummoxed.
This is no place for the weak or foolhardy.
Kind of hating this comp right now. I feel like I've gotten really shit fucking RNG rolls, which is making it extremely frustrating to play. But it also just feels kind of like the comp's not doing that great right now. He's got 2 rolls to kill this. It's a a 75% chance to fail, 65% chance to fail, actually. Unless that has plus death blow on it, which I don't think it does.
The mob rallies to the underdog.
Precision
Miss,
and
dodge.
power.
It might have been the difference between, that's a heart attack, that's a heart attack. That's 193, so that miss dodge might have been the difference. We need one of them to stress. We need one of them past their turn from stress. If I had a horror dot on here, we'd be in really good shape. That second, not getting the second transform off the A-bomb dying to the 75% chance not to die was really fucking frustrating right now. Because again, like, this is a very, very close match.
Death is
It's not
patient.
satisfying. It's
It will
enraging
wait.
how close it is, but how far away we're going to end up. Needs to pass here. Did not pass. Chose to mark himself instead. Rip. Good game. Needs to be a dodge. Okay. Another dodge. Okay. My action, please. No, don't fucking pass. This 2 of 3. 2 of 3 out of my control. Get fucked. Yeah, it feels bad.